a comprehensive look at trends, fund profiles, and more in Exploring ETFs.
Hi everyone, welcome to Exploring ETFs. I'm Neena Mishra, and today we are talking about cloud computing ETFs. Now, we all know that technology is the best performing sector this year again, and within tech, some subgroups have done really well, and cloud computing is one of them. Cloud computing ETFs are among the top performers this year, and that is because this pandemic has accelerated the move towards cloud, because companies are trying to support their employees that are working remotely. So corporate spending on cloud computing has surged. And that is what we learned from some of the conference calls. Some of the biggest players in the cloud space, including Amazon and Microsoft, reported increased demand for their cloud-based products. And this working from home actually may continue even after the crisis subsides. Companies may let their workers stay home and work remotely, because this is not bad at all. And this is actually good for employee productivity. In fact, some of the big companies like Facebook and Google have told their employees to work from home till the end of this year. Twitter has told its employees that they can work from home forever. So in this trend, cloud computing really benefits. And in fact, the move towards cloud was accelerating even before the pandemic, because cloud computing is cheaper and more secure than traditional systems. And it provides companies a lot of agility and flexibility in scaling up or down their computing needs. So that is why we have seen increase in demand for cloud computing and boost in cloud computing ETFs. And there are 4 cloud computing ETFs that we will take a look today. So the first one is the first risk cloud computing ETF with a ticker symbol of SKYY. This was the first cloud computing ETF, and this got first movers advantage. So it very quickly gathered 3.3 billion in assets. It charges 60 basis points and a modified equal weighting scheme. Now, if you want to take a look at this ETF, you can go to the code page on Zacks.com. Read our report, articles, and from there you can go to the external homepage, the first risk web page for the ETF, and look at other details and its holdings too. So the company should have a minimum market cap of 500 million. And if you look at the top holdings, where are the top holdings? Yes. So the leaders in this space, which are Amazon is the leader in this space. Microsoft is number 2 player, but Microsoft's cloud business is growing faster than Amazon's AWS. Amazon is the top holding, then VMware, Microsoft, Google. These are among the top holdings in the ETF. Then the second one is by Global X. It's called the Global X Cloud Computing ETF with the ticker symbol that you can remember easily, CLOU. This made its debut last year, and this provides more pure play cloud exposure. So that is why it became very popular with investors, and it was in fact one of the most successful launches of last year. It is market cap weighted, charges 68 basis points, and has over 547 million in assets. It holds companies that benefit from increased adoption of cloud computing. Again, to take a look at this ETF, you can go to the code page on Zacks.com, and from there, the external homepage. So this actually holds the leaders in the space to Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. If you look at the top holdings, full holdings, but top holdings are more pure play cloud companies, which have done even better than Microsoft's and Amazon's of the world. Twilio, Everbridge, Zoom Video, Coupa, Shopify. Twilio, Zoom, Coupa, Shopify, they all have done excellent of late. So that is why this ETF has actually performed better than Sky. Now, the third one, which also made its debut last year, but that was late last year, it is WisdomTree Cloud Computing ETF. The ticker symbol is WCLD. And this holds even purer cloud companies, emerging cloud companies, smaller, more faster growing cloud companies, and it follows an equal weighting scheme. And because of equal weighting scheme, smaller companies get a bigger exposure in the fund. This is also one of the this is the cheapest fund in this space, not one of the cheapest. It charges 45 basis points and has gathered 81 million in assets so far. And again, to take a look, you can go to the code page on Zacks.com. And from there, you can go to the external homepage, the WisdomTree web page for the ETF. And as I mentioned, it follows equal weighting methodology. And smaller companies, you will see a lot of exposure to them. Zoom, Twilio, Everbridge, Datalog, Five9, these have done really well of late. And that is why the ETF has also done really well. Now, the fourth one and the last one in this to make a debut in the space is by ETF MG. It is called the Wedbush ETF MG Global Cloud Technology ETF with the ticker symbol IVES. This actually was a drone ETF. And last month, it changed its index and it became a cloud computing ETF. And it has more global exposure and also a lot of exposure to smaller emerging cloud companies. It follows a proprietary weighting methodology and charges 68 basis points. Now, again, to look at this ETF, you can go to the code page. And in fact, I did a podcast with Dan Ives of Wedbush. So you can read the article, listen to the podcast to learn more about this ETF. And you can also go to the external homepage and you will see a lot of companies that are familiar and a lot that are not familiar because they are global, smaller cloud companies. So this, because this just changed its index last year, I haven't looked at the performance because it is too early to look at the performance. But I have looked at the performance of the other three cloud ETFs versus the S&P 500. And we know that S&P 500 is down more than 10% this year. The two purer play cloud ETFs by WisdomTree and Global X are among the best performers. WisdomTree is the top performer, up almost 25%. The Global X product is up about 17%, whereas the First Trust product is up about 6% this year. And in full disclosure, I own the Global X product, CLOU, and the WisdomTree product, WCLD, in the ETF investor portfolio that I manage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.